What's up, y'all? This is Ty. I am here to review Season 3, Episode 14 of All the Queen's Men, and the episode is titled Deja Vu. Now, before I get into this review, you know what I have to do. I have to give a shout out to my lovely subscribers who hold me down in the comment section. You're watching the show with me. We're discussing the show. So I'm talking about folks like Randall Brown, Bobby Ray, Tay, Lamont Simpson, Karima Khadijah, June BLC, Wendy's also watching the show, and we have Sauce Walk Cat TV. I think I said that right. Sauce Walk Cat TV. I think that's what, or Sauce Walker TV. I don't know. But welcome and thank you. Anyway, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all that you do. Y'all keeping this channel going and growing, and I do appreciate that. Now, with that being said, let's get down to this review of this episode, Deja Vu. El Fago said he's sick of it. He is sick and tired. Listen, they're hacking into his computer. They're doctoring videos. They're trying to make him turn against Madam. They're trying to make him go against Madam. They're trying to drive him crazy. Then they're beating him up. Now you want to blow up his car. He's like, why would you blow up my car? I'm sick of this. Then he's starting to think, who's blowing up my car? Did Madam do this because she think I'm going to turn on her? He even had this conversation with Midnight and with Babyface. And Midnight is like, well, hey, at least it wasn't you, it was your car. And he's like, are you stupid? I could have been in the car. Like, at least it wasn't you, it was your car. Hello. I don't know, that was kind of stupid to say because I'm like, really? The car blew up, but it could have blew up with him in it. Come on. That was just crazy. So he's like, I don't know what they're trying to do. They're trying to scare him or whatever. He's fed up, and I understand it. So then we have Babyface go and tell Madam what happened. Madam has a conversation with El Fuego. She tells him, listen, I need you to scramble, whatever. He tells her what's going on. He's frustrated. She's telling him, listen, we got your back. I got your back. All this other stuff. Don't worry about it. Then we see Doc and the detective. The detective, she has no dignity anymore. She went from trying to crack the case to keeping her legs open for Doc and being the little gopher for Madam now. So we see her over there just looking pathetic. I liked it the previous season when she was kind of after Madam. I don't like this new no dignity, no integrity, desperate for money detective. I don't like how her character has changed, and now you over here about to have sex with Doc again, and you came over to get some, and I'm not liking that. But hey, it is what it is. Then we have Amp reaching out to Dime, and he tells Dime that he's sorry, he apologizes for what he's done and how he behaved. And she said, nah, bro, not so fast. And she said, not so fast because, she says basically, not so fast because you started out as the perfect boyfriend. You did everything. And then things just changed. And you just did a 360. And he's like, yes, I know, you're right. But this is my question. This is what I didn't get. I'm like, how is she saying this as if she wasn't the reason why things changed? Yes, he got extreme, but we're not going to leave out the part where you almost got him killed because you told Madam that he stole her money. You going to leave that part out? We just going to leave that part out, right? We just going to leave that out. You leave. So I'm like, and he's like, yeah, you're right, but I can change, and I know you're saying this, but I can look in your eyes and know you still love me, and excuse me, and I know that you love your coffee at a certain, and you get angry when you don't get your coffee in the morning, and this, that, and the third, and he starts kissing on her, and it looks like they're about to get involved, get it on. And then she's like, no, stop, I can't do this. I can't, not right now, I can't stay, I gotta go. And he's like, what's going on? So this relationship is interesting to me. She's torn, I guess, but I was still saying, how are you saying this when in fact, ma'am, you kind of caused him to react the way he did. Well, you totally caused him. Did he go too far? Yes. But you did cause him to react in the way that he did. But he's saying he's getting himself together. He's going to go into rehab. He's going to stop drinking. He's going to stop doing this, that, and the third. So that was interesting. Meanwhile, we get a call from Rayan, who apparently did not make it to Alabama like we thought he was. He's been arrested. His bail is at $250,000. He tells Trouble, he calls Trouble and asks Trouble. Trouble said, I ain't got that kind of money. And he's like, well, you the only friend I have, the only one I know to call. So what Trouble does, she decides that she's going to tell Madam. But she's going to tell Madam by telling Blue. And I don't know, Blue always seems to have this chip on her shoulder. She don't want to have conversation. She's always angry. And Trouble went to her to express it. Listen, Rayshawn has been arrested. And Blue was like, okay, what you telling me for? What you think Madam need to know that for? Just being, Blue was just being, how she is. But she did tell Madam. And because of that, she did tell Madam. And because of that, Madam is going to help him. Now, before we get into that, we have Madam calling Big D. Madam calling Big D and telling him she needed a favor. She needs to find out from him everything that Kasanova, the undercover cop, has on El Fuego. And so Big D goes down to the precinct. And, he just walks up in the precinct and he can stand outside the door and eavesdrop and overhear this conversation between Kasanova and the DA. And basically the DA was basically saying how she can't wait for Miss Tandy to get into office because when Miss Tandy gets into office, she'll be able to help her take down Madam because that's going to be one of the targets because apparently this DA and Miss Tandy go way back. They're real cool and all that good stuff. All right, so he has that information, and then he goes, Big D also speaks to Kasanova, and I'm confused because it was one of the episodes Kasanova said he couldn't do nothing for him, he couldn't help him, this, that, third. Now they're having this conversation, and he just flat out asks Kasanova, hey, what do you have on El Fuego? Because, he's being pressured and all these things, and basically Kasanova told him, listen, mind your business. Your best bet is for you to stay away from Madam, stay away from Club Eden. I don't have nothing on El Fuego. I don't have nothing. You just need to leave it alone, this, that, and the third. So that triggers, that makes Big D go tell Madam what was said. And he tells Madam, listen, because she already knew that, what's her name? She already found out that Rayshawn was locked up, but when Big D goes to her, Big D tells her, he says, listen, let me tell you something. I don't have anything on the Fuego thing, but I do have that the DA is bragging about Miss Tandy and saying, like, when Miss Tandy gets in office, your ass is grass, basically. So then we get down there, and Madam goes to bail Rayshawn out. And when she gets there, she comes with this whole stack of money. I'm here to bail Rayshawn out. And who comes out but the DA? Now, I thought this exchange was funny, but it was a couple of things that I found funny. She just put the money down on the counter. And that was the quickest release ever. While she's having the conversation with the DA, out walks Rayshawn. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, madam. Thank you for bailing me out. I really owe it to you, this, that, third. I'm tired, but if you want me to get out there and dance tonight, I'll do so. She's like, no, go home, boy, and get your rest. How the hell they get him out so fast? The way he was talking, I can't take another night in here. I thought he was down in the pits of the jail cell. The stack of money was not even put away. They ain't do no paperwork. She put the money right there. I'm here to get Rayshawn. Out comes Rayshawn. That was quick. I said, it's kind of clout you need, huh? And so Madam's having this conversation with the DA, and I thought this conversation was absolutely hilarious. I laughed through the entire thing because the DA is like, oh, yeah, basically trying to brag about, how close she is with Miss Tandy, and she's calling Miss Tandy by her real name. Oh, me and Miss Tandy, blah, 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 blah. And when she gets in, let's just say X, Y, Z. So the funniest part for me was when Madam was like, what, y'all lick each other's coochie? I was cracking up. She said, what do you mean y'all so close? What, y'all used to lick each other's coochie? That was hilarious. But Madam told her, ho, don't F with me. Don't F with me. You need to watch what you're doing. And if y'all caught earlier, Madam told Boo, let's put a detail on this DA. So this is interesting. And then the way Madam was throwing those insults, you always down here at the precinct. You're never in the courtroom. What are you doing? That banter was hilarious. And I was like, okay, that was interesting. Now, we have back at Club Eden, Amp, Big D, Babyface. This whole altercation. Babyface had his little dance number he did, whatever. But Babyface is starting some trouble. He overheard Dime and Amp. He saw Dime and Amp talking. And Amp goes over to Dime and he's having this conversation. And Dime is like, yo, bro, let's not talk our business here. I don't want nobody eating on our business, this, that, and the third. But you see Babyface in the background watching. Now they go back to the room, into the locker room, and Big D comes into the locker room. And now Amp is in his feelings. What you doing in here? And he's like, no, it's cool. I came to use the charger. Apparently, Babyface told him he could use the charger. And then Babyface says, bro, what's the matter with you? Aren't you hitting Dime again? He says that to Amp. And Amp was like, mind your business. And that gets into a whole blowout. And he's telling Big D to get out. And he called, get out. And I don't care if this bitch ass invited you in here. Whoa, 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 whoa. What is all this hostility? What is all of that about? And what is Babyface up to? And I was like, that was interesting. And Babyface throughout this episode, since we own him, he's still a moocher, being a moocher, still mooching off Miss Tandy, and being that she's high in the polls. So apparently she's going to win this mayoral race. She's going to win it. He's telling her earlier in the episode about how he can't wait to get this car that she promised him. And I was like, this is ridiculous. This dude is so trifling. But yeah, that scene with Big D and Amp and the way Amp was behaving, it was like, okay, you really in your feelings about this. Then we have Madam go to Miss Tandy, and she says to Miss Tandy, she said, okay, now, it's my understanding, ma'am, that you and the DA supposed to be really close, and she think that y'all gonna work together to take me down. And so Miss Tandy's like, I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what you're talking about. She's like, listen, don't play dumb with me. And she basically threatens us. She said, listen, when you get in office, the first thing you're gonna do is fire that DA. That's what she tells us. She says, don't listen. I just bailed Rayan out. Don't make me have him go to the press. You know he gonna do everything I say do. So basically, she said, you get rid of her. Don't cross me. You get rid of her, or it's not going to look well for you. It's not going to go well for you. And that's basically how the episode ended. That's basically it. I thought this episode was decent. You know me. I like the action. I need some more action going on. So hopefully next week's episode will give us a little more pow, pow, bang, 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 something. But I thought this was a decent episode. Tell me your thoughts. How did you feel about this episode? What did you think about it? Let me know. What do you think about the characters? What do you think is going on? What's making sense to you? What's not making sense to you? What do you think Miss Tandy's going to do when she becomes the mayor? Because I think she's definitely going to become the mayor. What do you think she's going to do? And that was fast, too, that she's in the race. But what do you think she's going to do? Is she going to try to play the middle? Is she going to really get rid of the DA for Madam? That's what we got to find out. And Amp and this Dime thing. I don't know what's going on. That relationship that's what is that about? I'm like, I don't know, but we'll find out, right? We'll find out. We'll see. So that's all I have for now. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you all in the next video.